Hello, welcome to In-and-Out of OutSystems, where I show you something cool and useful in OutSystems in 5 minutes. I'm Brian from NetLink Digital Solutions. Let's get started. In this video, we'll talk about how to roll back to a previous version of a module or application in OutSystems. A developer may want to roll back any changes made to a module or an application because of a possible error at runtime or any other breaking changes that may happen after it's been published to the environment. First, we'll talk about rolling back a module. One of the easiest ways to roll back to a previous version of a module is through the Service Center. One of the ways we can get to that module in Service Center is from your development environment. First, we'll open up the module in Service Studio that we're trying to roll back if it isn't open already. From there, we'll click the little gear icon up in the top left-hand corner of the Service Studio, and this will take us to the Service Center. From here, we'll log in using the same credentials that we used for the Service Studio. Once we log in, it will put us at the module's main page. We can see it says Module Lifetime Demo. That's the module that I'm working in. And we have some tabs down here with different actions that we can perform on this module. We're going to need to be in the Versions tab. And in the Versions tab, we can see all the different versions that have been uploaded to the server. We can see which one's been published. We can also see when and by who this version of the module has been published. From here, we can do a couple different actions. We can either click the button that says download, and this will download an OML of the module. We can use this to possibly compare two versions of the module in the Service Studio, or we can use the publish button just to publish the previous version that was uploaded to the server. Currently, it's on version 35, so I'm going to go back and publish version 34. And to do that, we just click publish, and it will ask us if we are going to proceed, and we click OK. And then it will publish the module version that we have selected. This acts just like the one-click publish button in the Service Studio, so we'll see the same kind of steps that we would see in the Service Studio. After the module has been published, we can either open it in the browser or we can go back to the module detail page. Now that we have talked about rolling back changes for a module, what if we need to roll back changes for an entire application? For that, we go to the Lifetime portal of your platform. Once we're in Lifetime, we need to select the application that we're rolling back the changes on. First, we need to be in the Applications tab. Once we're in the Applications tab, we can search for the application that we need to make the changes to. Once we find that application in the list, we can go ahead and select it, and this will take us to the Application Detail screen in Lifetime. From here, we're going to roll back the previous version that was pushed to production. Okay, so we have 0.2 in production. We also have 0.2 in development. We're going to need to go back to the previous version of 0.1 for this example. From here, we can click the Tag Version button. And next to our current version, we have a little drop-down menu. We can click that drop-down menu, and we can see any of the previous versions of this application. We need version 0.1, so I'm going to go ahead and click that. Now we won't be able to use the same 0.1 version number as OutSystems keeps these unique, so we'll have to create a new version for the rollback. So I'm going to call this version 0.1.1, and then we can give it a little description. Down at the bottom here, we can see any of the modules that are going to be affected by this change, and we can go ahead and click Tag Version. After we click Tag Version, we should see a little success message up at the top here. And now we'll be able to deploy that version from our development to our production environment. Still in the Application Detail screen, we can click the Deploy button. Once we click the Deploy button, we don't need to deploy version 0.2, so we'll go ahead and click the drop-down. And we can see here we're going to deploy the tagged version that I've just created. We can click that tagged version. We can go ahead and validate. And with the validation complete, we can go ahead and add any deployment notes and then click Deploy Now. This will deploy the previous version that we've tagged, 0.1.1, to the production environment that had 0.2. This has been a video on how to roll back to a previous version of a module or an application in the OutSystems platform. Thanks for watching.